February 15th council meeting in the town of Comox to order. And I'd like a motion to adopt the agenda with the addition of the correspondence that you received on the table, and that is related to item 6C. And also, D. Fontaine is here this evening to answer any questions with relation to item 4B, the rezoning application of 1700 Beauport. She's not appearing as a delegation. She's just here in case anybody has any questions. So I think we'll allow her to answer them. If someone will give me a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move on that.
Second. Thank you. All in favor? Thank you. Tonight, as a delegation, we have Mr. Bill Rogers, who is here on behalf of item 7A, the rezoning application on Pritchard Road for the secondary suite. And Bill's just here to answer any questions the council. He has no presentation to make. Is there any questions of Mr. Rogers? Okay, thanks for coming. We're going to deal with your matter very shortly. And also Dee Fontaine is here, and any councillors have any questions of her. That's 1700 Beauport. There's 1700 Beauport. I guess you're off the hook too. We will be dealing with your matter very shortly, actually.
You will be? Oh,
yeah,
so I should say?
If you like, we'll be coming up here in a couple of minutes.
Okay, I thought you were saying.
Okay, motion to approve the minutes of the regular council meeting on February 1st.
Move.
Second.
Is there any discussion on the minutes? All in favor? Carried. Okay. We have no committee reports. Unfinished business. The management report of February 15th for receipt.
Move receipt.
Second.
There's not really anything to discuss on that, is there? All in favor? Carried. Item 4B, the rezoning application 1115 for 1700 Beauport Avenue.
I'll move third reading.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor? Carried.
I'll move adoption as well.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Carried.
Now she can go.
Not always that easy.
Special reports for receipt. We've got the census data released just this week.
Move receipt.
Second.
Is there any discussion or anything staff wanted to talk about on that? No?
Just one question. When do we have to start paying more for policing? Is that at 15,000?
Yes.
So we're closing in, getting ever closer all the time. Okay.
On receipt? All in favor? Carried. So item number 6, bylaw 1704, on the Comox development application procedures. Bylaw amendment number 5.
I'll move adoption.
Second.
Is there any discussion on that? All in favor? That's carried. Bylaw 1705, Comox environmental development permit issuance delegation bylaw 2012.
Move adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. Bylaw 1707, Comox zoning bylaw amendment number 68.
I'll move adoption of that as well.
Second.
Is there any discussion? We do have correspondence related to that. I think there's one letter that from Holcamp and Company that I'd like Richard just to speak to for a second, if you would.
Yes, Your Worship. Just in terms of the request, which is in the second last paragraph, where he's seeking an indication in writing the Comox Council in the future will not oppose a change in use of the parking lot property by requiring present parking obligations for his restaurant. Council can't do this. You can't fetter your discretion in the future. You have to keep an open mind for an application when an application comes forward. So we would advise the writer of these requirements if Council would receive this.
Councillor Fletcher?
So, just on that, to give the owners some comfort, would it not be fair to say that if they did sell that additional parking that they didn't need and then changes came, that would be an undue hardship on that business?
Well, there are some provisions in the Local Government Act that if the use exists, there's essentially a grandfather provision. We'll advise them of the section and what they need to do, but it's not an automatic. They actually, once the bylaw is adopted, the council is considering, they would have to take certain measures in order to be considered that active use. And we'll provide them with that direction.
So staff will just be in discussion with Martinez.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Okay, thank you. Bylaw 1708, Consolidated Capital Reserve Fund Bylaw Amendment number 3, 2012.
Move adoption.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? That's carried. Okay, on to new business. Rezoning application RZ 1213, 635 Pritchard Road.
I'll move first and second reading.
Second.
Is there any discussion on that? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
And I'll move that the second part of the recommendation.
Waiving of the public hearing. I'll second that.
Any discussion on waiving the public hearing? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Now you can go.
Now. Thank you.
Oh, and I did it way before quarter. Huh?
No bonus.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you.
Okay, there's no correspondence to deal with. Reports from members of council. Let's start with Mr. Hugh McKinnon.
Thank you.
I have no reports. No reports? Councillor Price?
I chaired the co-management committee, which represents the province, the regional district and the town in the management of the Comox Plaza wildlife management area. I attended the orientation sessions for the Comox Strathcona Hospital Board and Solid Waste Management Committee, and I attended the Comox Strategic Planning session last week.
Councillor Swift?
I attended the sewer meeting and the strategic planning session last week, and also facilitated a meeting between the Filbert board members that are interested in improving relations and communications with the town, and we met with Richard on budget.
Thank you. Councillor Fletcher?
Thank you. Since the last night, attended the regional hospital board meeting and the regional solid waste. Still have nothing to report on the hospital front at this time, but still waiting an announcement. Attended a Nautical Days meeting with our coordinator, Bob McClellan, to review the 2012 proposed budget. So I did some work on that. I attended water, sewer, and a sports meeting at the CERD and Committee of Whole last week. Strategic planning last week, and again yesterday a water meeting and Committee of the Whole, doing some budget work. Of note to council, there will be an issue coming forward from the exhibition grounds. That bylaw where we borrowed the money last year for the exhibition grounds work, that bylaw will be coming forward to council for some amendments. So I'll be sure that time. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Grant?
Everybody on all the committees I sit on were in Hawaii, it seems like. At least except for me. So I went to our strategic planning, and that was about it.
Thank you. Well, Councillor Fletcher, I've been to the sports committee meeting, a sewer commission meeting, a water committee meeting where I was elected as chair of the water committee. Attended the Committee of the Whole meeting of the regional district, solid waste management of the greater board, and strategic planning at town of Comox here. So there's a lot of budget deliberations going on right now at the regional district, so Councillor Fletcher and I will report back when we finalize those. Regional district has to finalize their budget by March 27th, which is quite a bit ahead of when we have to have ours done. So be in touch. Thank you. And there's no late items. Any media questions?
Yeah, this is the shortest meeting on record.
You were at the one I chaired about a year ago, and that, I think that.
I can't answer that question. I think it's the shortest one I've ever chaired. Any questions from the public? Thank you. There's no in-camera meeting, so
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor? Thank you very much.